guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hiten Mistry. If you're new here, I make videos about Indian dance, PhD and different vlogs of my experiences as a researcher. So today I'm off into London. I'm going to watch a very special performance. Very, very dear friend and a dance colleague of mine, Ash Mukherjee, who's a wonderful dancer, choreographer, maker, presenting a piece called VISHNU'S Got My Back. And I thought it would be great to come into London and go and watch this piece live and speak to Ash and interview him and to bring him onto this channel. Especially wanted to do this because it's Pride Month and this week's of course the last week of Pride Month, and this video will come a bit afterwards, after Pride Month, and yeah, you can come along with me and yeah, meet Ash and we'll talk to him and have glimpses of his performance, and then I'll share towards the end of the video as I leave London what I thought about the whole experience, and then you can tell me what you thought, what you feel, because the Hindu or the Indian philosophy or take on LGBTQ perspectives and identity is very fluid. It's very embracive. It celebrates the various kinds of living existence, the various sexualities that we have, and I just think it's so beautiful and it's so special that my culture celebrates this in a way. So in this way, and I'm really glad and I'm so happy that Ash has been given the opportunity to express himself in this way. Now I'm gonna have to keep driving, otherwise I'm gonna bash this car somewhere. I don't want to bash it. Making videos while I'm driving. There is mad traffic on the M1. Oh my god. You can't see anything. There you go. It's going super slow. I've got enough time. So the performance starts at 8:30 and I'm meeting Ash at 6:15 for a quick interview and a chat with you guys. And I'm just gonna grill him about, not grill him, just have a nice chat about what this evening's about, how did it come about, why the title Vishnu's Got My Back, and what does it mean to him to present this to him in Pride Month. It's a wonderful day though to have moving traffic. Focus on driving. Arrived. So this is Woodside Park Station. They have a wonderful car park here. So every time I come to London, I always park my car in this place because the parking's quite cheap for the whole day. So in the weekdays it's about £6. Bye car! Hope it's locked. Let me double check if it's locked, because when I get talking I forget things. I get so lost in the conversation. So I put my car there. So what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, in the weekdays it's £6 for the whole day, and at the weekends it's really cheap. So on Saturdays it's only £3, and on Sunday it's £2, which is amazing. So if I come on the weekend to London, usually I park my car here because the M1's not far away. I can always go back on the M1 and go home to Leicester and the station, which is perfect. That's Woodside Park Station. Let's go inside. Just missed the train. Oh dear. Oh well. I just bumped into Ash Mukherjee, the man himself. So he left his makeup brushes at home, so he's going to the shop to get makeup brushes. So I'm at South Kensington Station. I'm a bit hungry. There's like an hour till I have to interview Ash. Ash has gone to the shop, so I'm gonna quickly get something to eat. And this is South Ken, so there's all these shops here. I don't know whether you can see. There's like Pret, there's Carluccio's, there's all those shops down there and restaurants down there. So I might just eat something. There's wasabi. Oh, I want to go Carluccio's. I might just go Carluccio's. Let's go to Carl Lucier's. Hi, table for one. If possible. Thank you. So I had to leave Carl Lucier's because I stupidly broke my vlog stick. As you can see, I'm trying to super glue it together. I bought super glue from the shop next door, and I'm trying to glue it together. Oh, it's kind of sticked. I am such an idiot. Now I have about half an hour to find a vlog stick somewhere. So there's a tech shop just opposite. I'm gonna try there if I can get one, great. If not, then I'm screwed. Because I'm supposed to be interviewing Ash. So let's find out if I can get a vlog stick and interview Ash properly, or I can just, I don't know, put my phone like this on the... So it's a phone cover that I'm holding right now. But I still need a vlog stick. I'm sure I can find one. This is South Kensington. Right, I'm gonna quickly finish my food. I ended up coming to Pret and getting a Swedish meatball wrap. And I'm now yanking on some crisps. Hopefully I can find a vlog stick, otherwise talking to Ash is gonna be fun with that one. Vlog stick. So I managed to go into a pharmacist and ask them to help me. Excuse me. So I managed to get some sellotape and I did a DIY job with it. Hopefully it'll stay together. Hope it works. Oh, I'm gonna get run over. So hopefully this works. I hope it's okay fix. I'm almost here. I think I'm here at the vendor. Here it is. Found it, I'm outside. This is the place. Let's go inside. I'm a bit early, but hey, woohoo. Just the chickens. I'm here for the cinema part. Oh. I thought, what? What's this? Thanks. That's the children's part. There's like a children's book stuff and everything in there. It's like a children's library. Oh wow, it looks like a church or something. Here it is. Which way is the entrance for this? Yeah, this. Great, thank you. Oh. Thank you. Oh wow. So there's this beautiful cafe here, which is really nice, called Cafe Tagine. You can't see the full name. Cafe Tagine inside this place. So I thought I'd speak to Ash down here. It's really nice. And here's Ash. So hi Ash.
Hi Hiten, how are you?
I'm so good. I'm so happy to see you because during the lockdown,
yes,
we've had so much connection,
yes,
and we spoke,
yeah,
and we've talked through Gen Next,
yeah,
and I'm just so happy that you're doing this show, and this show means so much to people like myself who identify as South Asian LGBTQ, and on my channel I'm going to be speaking so much about this from an Indian Hindu perspective. And when I saw the flyers on social media about your show, I was like, I have to come and watch this, and I have to speak to you before you perform or after you perform. So it's great to see you.
You too.
What's all this about? How did this start? And what was the sort of how did it start as an inception? And how are you here today?
So Piali, lovely Piali Ray.
Yes.
From Sampath.
Yes.
She called me last year to take part. She said, "Would you like to take part in the Shout Festival, which is the queer LGBTQ festival which was run by Adam Pushkin, and and it was a sort of like an open call, like, what would you like to do? We have, there's a, if you would like to hear from a South Asian LGBTQIA plus performer.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, over lockdown, we talked about this, over lockdown, I did a lot of self-care work, and a lot of my self-care work involved writing poetry.
Yes.
And as a queer person, I have suffered from PTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which I talk about, and poetry, and I've had an interesting relationship. I've had a lovely relationship with Bharatanatyam itself as a queer person, and the world of Bharatanatyam and its gatekeepers as a queer person, both here and back in India, because I felt in many ways accepted as a Hindu Brahmin, which I have nothing to do. That's not a choice.
And you're a Hindu Brahmin from Mukherjee.
From Mukherjee, but it's sort of something.
For the viewers who don't know what a Mukherjee is or what a Brahmin is.
So it's one of those things. When people say, I'm really patriotic, I'm really proud of my country, which is wonderful. But I'm like, well, you had nothing to do with being born where you are. It's literally by chance. So what the analogy I was trying to make was in terms of, I've got nothing to do with the fact that I happen to have been born as someone from
a high caste,
whatever caste,
right.
Scholar, I don't even like calling it high caste and low caste because it's so divisive.
Yeah.
Having said that, I felt I would like to be known for my, for my passion for dancing as opposed to where I'm from. That doesn't make sense. So I felt invited because I was a Mukherjee, but then rejected because I was queer. I was like, oh, well, make up your mind. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, but it's a lot of. In Birmingham we're having a post-show chat about exactly this sort of thing.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Going back to the inception of the show, it actually started in 2015. Me and a couple of friends had gone out for a night out in Calcutta. It was in January, and we come back and we were all a bit tipsy, and we started just putting makeup on, and we had we're watching Gigi, which is funny, we're in Cine Lumiere, and it was a French actress called Leslie Caron who was in Gigi, and we were just serving looks, and and talking about Zinat Aman was a Bollywood actress, and Leslie Caron. Anyway, we were talking about our influence, and we started. And we were getting made up and just doing this impromptu photo shoot as the sun was coming up. And then the news of the Charlie Hebdo attacks started coming in. It was the same day. And, we just sort of watched in resigned terror. And then we turned around and looked at the mirror and just sort of squealed in horror, going, oh my God, we look ridiculous. And then I was like, well, do we look ridiculous, or is reality ridiculous around us? People getting, and haven't I always used drag as an armor to escape from this world? When I say when reality feels surreal, it was in my fantasy that I found my truth. As a dancer, as there's a lot of truth in the stories we tell as Bharatanatyam dancers. So when reality didn't make sense around the trauma I suffered as a kid, when I came and learned a certain, dance things, I was like, they felt more truthful, even though it was a fantastical land. Great absolute truths are looked at from the Upanishads, from in our dance form.
Yes.
Not just in our dance form, in any art form. We're looking for the truths. So fantasy creates a safe space for a queer person, for me to escape and to make sense of. In fact, I would go as far as to say I use fantasy and glamour and escaping to make sense of this world. It is, when my reality attacked me, it was in my fantasy that I found safety and my truth. And that helped me. And from that photo shoot, you see to the program, I actually have included an image from that photo shoot. We were literally in broken jasmine garlands and crimson parrot lipstick and just, feeling the sun and serving, just, feeling our oats type of thing, right? All this kind of stuff.
So that night out happened.
So that night out happened, and then, but that was in 2015, and I started writing. I thought there's a show here. The writing started happening during the pandemic.
Oh.
And then when Piali called, I said, well, I have an idea for a show. I'm going to pitch it to you. So Adam and Piali sat down. We had a Zoom conversation, And initially the piece was called My Chin is Strong, which was sort of a poetry on queer age, you know, like, I can do a bit of it. It was like, though the taunts of the schoolboys have haunted my ears, the curses have rolled off my back through the years like water off a duck's back, but my chin is strong. It's a sort of anthemic piece, you know, like when I felt weak, when my arms were weak by the bullies that wanted me meek, my chin felt strong. At least one part of me was strong, right? You know, and you know, you can find bullies everywhere. It's not just in the school playground. You can find them in the most so-called safe places. You know, from especially as a dancer, as a you know, I found them in so-called gatekeepers of dance, and I'm going to sing like a bird in my piece, as they say.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm so glad I'm here to watch this. With bullies, I've had it in every sphere of my life. Like in school especially.
Call it out.
In dance, in different ways. And I really align with what you say, where, you know, there are gatekeepers and they are very homophobic. Vishnu's got my back. So what story are you referring to? Are you referring to the Mohini story?
So Vishnu's got my back. I'm referring to an incident that happened when I was in school.
To learn about
that,
me, who's reading the title, thinks, oh, Vishnu, Mohini. There's a story where one of the gods transforms into a woman to entice the demons, and Lord Shiva falls in love with this avatar and chases after it and drops his seed, and whatever happens.
Does he?
Yeah, there's different versions of the story. That's how
I just love when he said drops it. Oops, I've dropped my seed.
Drops his spur.
Oops, where is the god? Oh, nature. That's so funny.
That's what I thought. I was like, perhaps he's taking a take on it.
To go back to your question, like, as in, where do I?
So it's something that happened to you.
It's something that happened to me in school, and to find out, you have to come and see the show. Basically, went to dance a piece on Vishnu, and the teasing started, and my parents were there, and I would get beaten up for being beaten up. If I was called a Hindra, which was what they used to call me, Hindra, Chakka, Hisra, all of those things, there would be a beating waiting for me at home. So when I turned around, it was actually, I was doing Jai Janaki, and Jai Janaki, I turned around and I looked at my mom, and I rushed the stage way before my cue was to enter, and I started to improvise, and this, you know, they do the tali, they were doing this, and they turned into this. And I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And I think it's because I surrendered. It's weird. And that's why it's called The Queer Gods Are Smiling Down on Me, Vishnu's Got My Back.
Oh, okay. This makes sense. So basically, they saw the dancing in you. And they're like, wow, actually, this guy is amazing.
They beat me up again the very next day, but for those few moments, something happened. Yeah, for those few, so in many ways, a moment happened.
Yeah.
And then boom, and they're like, huh? India has an innate queer Indian heritage that post-colonial Hinduism does not acknowledge. And I think there is a difference between post-colonial Hinduism and classical Hinduism. You know, classical Hinduism is essentially descriptive. It's saying dharma means characteristic, not religion, characteristic.
And you have to understand that it's a part of the post-colonial India, and we are living in a colonial hangover. There's a wonderful interview on this new channel called WeOn. That Sonia Sabri shared today, and she spoke about all of this. That actually, pre-colonial India, Indians were, you know, way ahead of our times, and the reason why, you know, you're doing this show and why I'm here is because of these LGBTQ themes that actually many centuries ago, in the 8th century, there was a saint who wrote about sexuality in great detail. So pre-colonial India was very progressive. What we are living in and what we've had to endure through classical dance and post-colonial India is this, I feel, nonsense that, you know, that the Victorian English people have left, you know, with all the acts and all the laws that they put in, which thank God are not there anymore in India. But that's what
but the hangover is still there. But the hangover is still there. Non-binary characters in dance, right, that you can portray. But God forbid that you are that person in real life. So there is bit of dissonance and disconnect.
Yeah.
This is all very well that we're doing a dance because which we have taken from other people and appropriated, and we're going to do it within this context. But God forbid that you live your life in that truth.
We're not going to show this here because
because you have to be masculine and you have to fulfill your gender role, and otherwise you will not be, And I think the gender roles. I mean, looking at queerness now, queerness isn't just sexuality and identity. Queerness is also being neurodivergent, and true allyship comes from understanding why different queer people have different neurodivergent skills that we call ADHD or we call autism. There's a whole world out there to discover that I am not going to process information the same way as you do. So you can be in establishments that say, oh, I'm really queer friendly, and then actually not be. But what does it mean to be an ally within that? Because when we start looking at people, truly queer people, the people who are not part of that binary or neurotypical world are queer, because by the nature of it, because we are looking at it. But in pre-colonial or classical, I'm not saying there's was utopia, but I'm sure that in many aspects, when John and I got married, my husband and I, when we got married, in front of which deity can we get married? It was Harihara. It was
there you go. Oh my God!
Because it's totally it's not even a loophole. It's not like that's what used to happen.
Oh really?
I think so. I mean that's what I don't know that much. Don't quote me on it. I'm still learning. So I was Mohini darling. I'm like I'll take care of the Mohini bit.
You could just
cover the show.
John can be my Shiva.
Yes. I'm wearing his loincloth. Look. God, I'm such a cackle.
He's great crack. You've got a great crack. No, I'm not saying that.
Thank you.
I said you've got great crack.
We're going to edit this.
It's going to stay.
So, no, don't you dare.
Let's wrap up this conversation because I don't think people want to watch they want to watch an 18-minute discussion in a long vlog. What can you share with other people about what you're doing right now?
This show that we're doing, someone described it as part TED Talk on queer mental health, part musical, and on queer joy. There's a lot of joy in this show,
Ash for me is a combination of wit, intelligence, and humour.
Oh, thank you.
So I don't deny that in your show there won't be any humour.
To reclaiming our innate queer Indian heritage, you will see in the show tonight. There is this whole thing about what does that reclamation mean. Is it safe to reclaim in certain places? What are the coping mechanisms I developed in order to keep myself safe in a place where I wasn't allowed to be who I was? How those coping mechanisms do not serve me now as an adult.
Ash, best wishes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sitting down. I'm really excited now after we've had this brief chat. We're going to allow him to get ready because he has to get ready for his performance. And I just want to thank you as a fellow South Asian gay person for
You're
you
gay?
doing.
No,
oh my God.
He's gay. No, what's your next big bombshell? No.
He just completely took away my ending message.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much for doing this show. It means a lot.
Thank you so
for
much.
people like ourselves, and I hope you share it, widely. Best wishes.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. My mother's sorry. More on that later. In post-colonial Kolkata, all the anglicized Calcutta, if you dare so much as open your jungle country mouth in their presence, oh, the vernacular. Such a manifestation of goddess Shakti herself. What a high heel. I have arrived. Very had arrived. Please save me. Oh, Vishnu, please save me. Oh, Vishnu, I don't know what happened because this booing turned into this applause. The queer gods were smiling down on me. Vishnu's got my back. And the jeering turned into applause. I felt like I was flying, like I was being carried. I was free.
It's strong. My chin is strong. My chin is strong.
Leaving mists of angry ochre and sublime lavender in its wake. You are good enough, you are.
I am good enough as I am. I am good enough as I am. So I've just left the cinema, the theatre. It was an amazing performance by Ash Mukherjee. Yeah, I think it's a performance that every person should watch and you'll get so much out of it. Oh, that's loud music. Oh my god. Vishnu's got my back. I hope I can share some more snippets with you. I tried to film as much as I could, and with Ash's permission I'll try and share it in this vlog. I'm gonna head back home now because this weekend is going to be a very, very special weekend with Pride, and I'm going to be here in London for the whole Pride weekend. I've just left the station and come back to the car where it all started. Oh, it locked by itself. That was scary. Oh my god. Maybe I locked it. That was an amazing evening, half a day I guess, that I took you guys on. From breaking my vlog stick to meeting Ash to watching him perform. Oh my god, what a show. I know I only got glimpses in the video. Let's sit back in the car. But oh my god, what a show. I am so proud of Ash. Oh, brilliantly written program. Theatre, like a part TED talk, part you know, stand-up comedy, and part sort of theatre performance, dance performance. Travelling back from the train and like sitting there, just like I felt so represented. Like there were funny moments, there were dark moments where he got into like, you know, how, you know, his abuse from his mum, and like, you know, how he was bullied at school. And I think every South Asian gay person can relate to being bullied at school, being, you know, being ridiculed, and how he then like turned that, you know, and the references to the hijra. There was so much in the show that I can't explain to you guys what I saw. And every person, you know, everyone who enjoys theatre or dance or even stand-up comedy, like, you know, you should watch this show. And I hope Ash gets more like dates, and like he gets this work, Vishnu's Got My Back, gets presented more. I'm so glad I made it to London for this today. Just brilliant. But anyway, I need to drive home now. It's really late. It's almost 11:45. If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch more of this content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me on this platform get my content out there to others like you who are watching. And thank you for supporting me and for watching this video. Comment below of what you thought. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to interact with you. So thank you so much. The next video will be my weekend in London for Pride. Take care. See you soon. Bye.